I just built 2 working apps in 15 minutes. No developers and no coding. Just me and Google's new Gemini 3.0, which just came out. Let me show you exactly how I did it.
Okay, so I've been playing around with this. It's called Gemini 3.0. It came out, I think it came out yesterday, or maybe technically today. Not sure. But what I can tell you is it's pretty amazing. I'm going to show you some of the things that I built that took me less than 10 minutes to create. You can do it too. It's not hard. You just have to come up with the ideas and let the app build itself. I do also want to add that the first time that you create something, it's not going to work because it's going to need iteration. It will work, but it's not going to fully work like the way. So you would just reiterate. So the first thing I want to show you is I created this YouTube thumbnail builder. That's basically what it is. So it's a YouTube thumbnail builder. I can add a logo. Let's see if I can add my logo. This is the first time I'm trying, by the way, so if it doesn't work, don't be mad. But I'm going to go ahead and add it. There it is. Wow, there's the logo. So I can place a logo here. I can change the text here. So I'd be like, I made this crazy thumbnail. Actually, I made this crazy, and then let's see, is there a way I can control some stuff here? No, I don't see how oh, there we go. I see it here. I can control the sizing here. So I made this crazy, and then is there a way for me to highlight? Because I was asking if I can do stuff like highlighting. Um, no, I can only highlight the whole thing. That's kind of wonky, but still, I mean, like, I just built it. Just built this thing. Let's see, what's this do? Okay, makes a little stroke. Okay, so it makes a little outline or makes it pop out a little bit. Maybe I would do dark. Dark. I made this crazy. Let's add another text. I'm going to use the clean looking one. And then I'm going to add a thumbnail. Oops. Thumbnail image. Okay, thumbnail image. You know, and there's another thing I would probably add to this. I'd probably add like some kind of AI feature. Thumbnail image, um, new text, and that would be with Google Gemini 3.0. And then we'll go ahead and make that smaller. And let's just see, they've got these different things you can do here. So I'm thinking highlight and put this here, put this there, and there we go. Like literally, I built an app that can build out thumbnails. Let's just see what this thumbnail is going to look like. So let's just call this Gemini 3 3.0 with Flash. Okay, with Flash, we're going to go to the thumbnails that I've got saved, and we're going to let that pop up here. It should pop up. It's not popping up anywhere. This was a different one. Okay, yeah, does it look the same? That's the question. It's not quite the same because it moved the image up a little bit. So I would, it would need some work there, obviously. But it's still not bad. I mean, it's really not that bad. So, I mean, uh, what's interesting is it took the caps, right? Made it all lowercase, certain things. Like those, like the I made this crazy thumbnail image with Google Gemini 3.0. So some weird controls there. I'm just curious if the same thing is going to happen if I um, you know if I try again. Let's just see. I'll be interested to see if it creates the same thing again. Yeah, it fixed because I moved it down, but it still has this issue where it didn't show. But I'd still use that. Like I would be happy to even use that, right? And I obviously going to make it better and better and better. That's the whole idea here, guys, is that you just create new and better iterations as you continue to go. But from taking like this image here and then turning it into this image is not bad. It's not bad. I think like the very beginning, we're going to have to work on, more iterations of the output when it comes out, like whatever this comes out that it's actually, looks like it was built together, um, and that it's using the same size. I would probably want to add like more of these, different fonts. We'd want to have like a font drop down. If we did a shadow, I didn't even try the shadows. That's kind of cool. I'd also want it to be like, if there's a character in here, an avatar, I'd want them to have like flash around them, like something on the edges or whatnot. So pretty cool. Let me show you what else I built. So, when you're inside of Google AI Studio, you're actually going to see a place here that says your apps. You can build your apps right from here. But the spot that you're going to be able to, once you start building apps, you're going to see them all right here. So here's one that I just put through together today within, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. It's got a login already built in. It's a full demo. But what this is it's a funnel mapping app. And I built it like right here. So like, look, I can move all these around. I can snap new things. I can connect them to other areas if I want. I could delete them, be like, no, I don't like that. I could put an ad campaign. If I want to start tracking like a few different ad campaigns, I could do that to this, like say this landing page or whatnot. And let's say I even wanted to have like an opt-in page. I could just grab this and go to here and boom, it's now all connected to each other. And then I could track these things through like domain mapping or whatever. Like there's a few different ways you could set up tracking. This is kind of the first iteration, but it took me like 10 minutes to build. And then it's got like all these other settings and stuff like that. I created this settings, like if I want to change the coloration of it. I even thought like maybe I could do some kind of like white label kind of version. I actually built an app I spent probably a good 2.5, 3 years building an app very similar to this. And literally, it's obviously the other app is 10 times further than this one is, but what I will say is it took that long and I probably could work on this for like another 15, 20 to 30 days and have it done. Now, where I see this opportunity, guys, where I actually see this opportunity with utilizing AI Studio with Gemini 3.0 right now is I see the opportunity coming up with ideas and this being able to show work right away to a potential client. For actually creating a full app like end-to-end use app, I'm not really sure. So I can hit this button that says like deploy app, and you got to have like your own cloud system and all that. You have to have all that stuff pre-set up if you wanted to. You would be able to do it. You could set it up on all Google systems and then pay like Google hosting and AI credits and whatnot for your app. So it's very it's like really good for Google, right? So if you build it, then you're going to have to build it on their infrastructure. They do give you a way to copy the app. They do give you a way to download the app, which is interesting. But again, you need to be some sort of a developer to do it. So it's in that sense, I don't see it being that very developer friendly. But for coming up with ideas and quickly building apps and putting things together, like you're going to be able to work ultimately fast. Like to build something like this within 10 minutes was unbelievable. But it's not working, right? It's not actually working. It's just a prototype. You would have to make sure that everything was connected in the back end. If I wanted to do like these domain mapping and stuff like that, I would have to, I'd have to create a lot more here. This is again, it's just a model, right? I'm just looking at this as just a model right now. But again, really cool model. I even had like this analytics page set up as well that you can see. But again, it's not ready. It's just proof right now that we're gonna be in a place where this will be ready. This will connect like automatically to all the APIs. Google is obviously taking this direction very seriously. And then they're just showing us a peek of what they actually have. I can only imagine what they have actually does because they now have all of these backend tools, infrastructure, everything built and ready for all of us vibe coders who are out here, daily coding. and they're going to allow us to quickly create these tools. And these tools could be really accessible for any business. A business could come in, make their own, or they could hire someone like me to come out and build this for them for their business. And I think this is a really cool tool. Anyone that's selling anything online, has any type of online traffic, you could build a tool like this that helps people have a dashboard and like a funnel map quickly for them. Again, like I said, I built a tool like this and it took me over 2.5 years to build it to where it was at now. And it's not, I never launched it. I never could get it to launch. I never could get it finished. And I was reliant upon developers, which I love the guys. I love the developers I've been working with. But now that this has flattened the curve, it's pretty amazing. Now I could take this app and go to one of my developers and say, hey, I need you to finish it. So I see that's where Google's at currently, but not for much longer. Maybe 3.5, maybe 4.5, maybe 5.0. We'll see what we're actually looking for, and we're gonna see just better UI continuing to crush it. I use Anthropic Sonnet 4.5 a lot, and I love it. But this is definitely giving its run for the money. And if you look at like all the context windows, it's still, I think, 1 million tokens in one context window, or characters in one context window, but it's beating everybody else on all the other benchmarks. So again, we're just in this AI race right now. It's a fun time to be alive and exciting time to build tools. So we'll see you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. And if you did, go ahead and slap a like. Go join us at CodeVibin.com, CodeVibin.com. It's free to join. And when you join, you also get my weekly newsletter on AI. Every single Friday, I curate a newsletter that has about 6 segments of the top leading things that are happening in AI right now. So if you get a chance, go do that. Slam the like button, slam the follow button, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.